Welcome to this public meeting of the Princeton Board of Education. The board is an elected, unpaid group of 10 citizens who set policy and make decisions on educational, financial, and personnel matters for the Princeton Public Schools on behalf of all residents. We are always pleased when members of the community attend our meetings. The board and the school district operate under applicable New Jersey laws and under regulations of the New Jersey State Board of Education. Each meeting includes an opportunity for those attending to comment on items on the published agenda or other matters of interest to them. The board reserves the right to limit the time allotted to public participation. Law limits discussion of individual personnel and confidential matters. We hope our meetings provide useful opportunities for communication between the board and the community. Thank you for attending.
As required under the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 1046 et sequentia, adequate notice was given for calling this meeting. It was authorized by the Board of Education and forwarded to the municipal clerk, Princeton Packet, and the Trenton Times on January 9, 2025. It's also distributed to the schools and others on the standard distribution list. The board reserves the right to enter into executive session during all meetings of the Board of Education. Board Policy 168, recording devices, requires that we inform those attending this meeting that the proceedings are being recorded. This meeting is being live streamed. The representative of the sending district is authorized to vote on such matters that affect sending district students or affect the governance of the Princeton Public Schools, as more specifically designated in NJSA 18838.1. 38.8.1. Sending district votes pertaining to personnel actions refer to high school, central administrative, and district-wide staff only. Votes otherwise are considered abstentions. In the event the statute is amended, the law shall take precedence over this bylaw.
Thank you, Mr. Walden. Would you please call the roll?
Yes.
Your last time calling the roll.
Last time. Here.
Here. Sorry.
Don't jinx me.
I'm
Daphne
sorry.
Kendall.
Here.
Adam Bierman.
Present.
Debbie Bronfeld.
Here.
Eleanor Hubbard.
Here.
Susan Cantor.
Here.
Chris Santarpio.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Just barely. Thank you, Mr. Bolden. Can I get a motion for the adoption of the minutes for May 27th? First, Chris, second, Debbie.
Daphne Kendall.
Yes.
Adam Bierman.
Yes.
Debbie Bronfeld.
Yes.
Eleanor Hubbard.
Yes.
Susan Cantor.
Yes.
Chris Santarpio.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bolden. Welcome, everyone, to this meeting. This is a bittersweet meeting. It's our last meeting of the 24-25 school year. It is our last meeting with our interim superintendent, Dr. Foster, and with our business administrator, Matt Bolden. And so we'll get to that in a little bit. It should be a fun meeting. I just wanted to say, as we come to the end of the school year, I was just thinking this morning, and, you know, as a board, as an administration, we have an awesome responsibility, and that's overseeing the education of everyone's child. And I just want to thank you for your trust in us. We try to make decisions that are in the best interest of kids. And sometimes if we make mistakes, that's going to happen because we're human, but we always try to, you know, correct them as quickly as possible. But you know, Princeton Public Schools is a wonderful district, and it's partly because of all the families that trust their children with us. So I just wanted to say thank you for that trust, and we will continue to work to earn it. All right, moving on now. We're moving the agenda around a little bit. So we're going to start with the appointment, and we're going to break it up. So we are going to start with the appointment. Well, we're going to appoint Anthony Diaforli. Did I say that right? Diaforli. I did not say it right. Thank you. As Director of Facilities and Grounds, and David Hunt as the Assistant Director of Facilities and Grounds. And I just want to share a little bit. The board is super excited about this because both these men have worked in our district for a long time. Tony has worked in the Princeton Public Schools for 35 years. The past 26, he must have started when he was like 6. The past 26 as grounds foreman, and Dave has been part of the district's ground maintenance staff for the past 29 years. So first of all, thank you for enduring. We appreciate it. So as the grounds foreman, Tony has led staff, managed budgets, scheduling, worked with contractors, managed preparation for athletic programs and events. And basically, if our grounds are immaculate, it's because of Tony, and they are. So thank you. Dave has worked on maintaining grounds, preparing athletic fields, scheduling repairing equipment, maintaining vehicles, training employees, and performing supervisory roles as needed. So thank you, Dave. And so we're super excited to vote on your, can I get a motion? 4 years, I can never get it right. Eleanor, second Susan. Okay. So we're super excited to vote on your appointment. And then if after you want to say a few words, we'd be thrilled. Mr. Bolden.
Daphne Kendall,
Yes.
Susan Cantor,
Yes.
Debbie Bronfeld,
Yes.
Chris Santarpio,
Yes.
Eleanor Hubbard,
Yes.
Adam Bierman.
Yes.
Unanimous.
So I don't know if you want to say something?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to say something.
Come on up. Okay, this is Tony.
I want to apologize because I'm not used to doing this. So I have some notes here. And I also want to thank my wife because she reminded me 45 times to bring my glasses because I can't see anything. But good evening, Dr. Foster, Dr. Lasusa, sorry, and members of the Board of Education. I am excited to be here, and I accept the position of Director of Facilities and Grounds. I have been here for 34 plus years, and I proudly serve the students, staff, and administrations as the grounds foreman. A funny story is about a year ago when Angela was working at Johnson Park. It was early in the morning, and I stopped her in the parking lot, and I said, man, I think I'm getting close to retiring. And she looked at me kind of weird, and I was like, well, I don't know. I realized I didn't want to retire, and when this opportunity came up, I couldn't jump at the opportunity fast enough. And I want to say, Dr. Lasusa, I'm sorry. He believed in me, and I'm going to be thankful for that. And I'm not going to let you down. I got your back. And also, I'm so excited about Dave. He's been my partner for many, many years. Dave, want to stand up? Everybody, Dave Hunt.
Come on, Dave. No, come.
And since we worked together side by side for such a long time, I think this is going to really do us justice in these new positions. And I just thank you guys for the opportunity, and I can't wait to jump in and get started. Thanks again.
Oh, thank you. Do we want to get a picture of them together? Did you? Great. Excellent. So good. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Next up, we are going to do our a Pride Month presentation, and we have here tonight. We voted. They were both right.
Combined.
Yeah. Okay.
Good question. I know we have I'm going to move forward.
Hold on.
This is Tori Esposito.
Tori Esposito. Just come on up, and you're going to tell us all about what's going on.
Hi, guys. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. I'm Tori Esposito. I am a special education teacher over at the high school. My better half and co-creator of this, Bridget Schmidt, is working right now because she's an animal when it comes to that. She wants to wish everybody a happy Pride Month and send her regards. So thank you so much. I'm going to read from this because my brain is like a grilled cheese sandwich at this point. Overcooked, good in theory, bad in reality, a little messy. So anyway, thank you so much for your time and attention. This was our third Pride for PHS event. And once again, it was a beautiful celebration of understanding, education, and community. A little backstory. Bridget and I were chatting one day, and we were talking about the fests that we've been to, street fests and carnivals and things like that. And we were like, wow, it'd be great to bring that here. And then we kind of started talking about inclusivity here at Princeton and realized maybe there were some voices in the LGBTQIA plus community that needed the opportunity to be heard, seen, felt, and so on. And that's where Pride kind of took place. And then we started brainstorming activities like, do we need a permit for that? Or can we get that here? Like, is that allowed? What community members would be really awesome to support us, and what clubs at PHS could come? So some of our previous employer people who have attended JAZAMs, Princeton Record Exchanges here, the YWF, Hey, WAWA, PREA, it goes on and on. Big shout out to PREA because without their funding, this would not have taken place. This year's event was made possible by the incredible efforts and dedicated students and supportive local organization. The timing overlapped beautifully with Mental Health Awareness Month. And we want to give a shout out to Princeton House and Princeton Human Services for bridging those important conversations that need to be held. If you weren't able to join this year, our activities included soccer, henna, trivia, psychic readings, bingo, tie-dye, balloon art. Our student-led clubs also showed off their talents by selling everything from handmade soaps to crocheted animals, pottery, and more. Our goal for Pride for PHS will always be to create a safe, inclusive space for all, a place where people can find community, resources, and a bit of fun. With that said, thank you so much. And if you know anyone who wants to participate next year, we start reaching out in about January. So thank you so much for your time, guys. Appreciate it. Have a lovely night and a happy Pride.
Thank you. Thank you, Tori. And thank Bridget for us as well. Okay, let's see what is up next. All right, we're going to do the recognition of and tribute to our departing student board members. And so Debbie is going to go first.
About Maya, yes.
Okay.
So, whereas Maya is leaving the Board of Education due to graduation, and whereas Maya has fulfilled a year of service, be it therefore resolved that the Board of Education recognizes the contributions that Maya has made to the district and its students, thanking her for her time and effort, and wish her much, much success in her future endeavors. And just personally, yes. Personally, I have loved, first of all, your camaraderie, the two of you, and kind of what you've brought to us, because it hasn't been just, yeah, kids don't like homework, kids don't like this. You know, it's just been a lot more of kind of more feeling of where students are at, more, you know, what you guys would talk about with your friends and things. And I think that's really good for us, you know, to hear what's happening. So thank you. Have a little present. From the board and administration.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, my turn. Whereas Nikolai Margulis is leaving the Board of Education due to graduation, and whereas Nikolai has fulfilled a year of service, be it therefore resolved that the Board of Education recognize the contributions of Nikolai Margulis that he has made to the district and its students, thank him for his time and effort, and wish him much success in his future endeavors. And I think we're all looking forward to hearing you play the banjo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I too, by some coincidence.
Oh. We will miss you both so much. I guess we'll find out about your replacements in the fall. There won't be replacements. They'll just be successors.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can I make a resolution of the board?
Yeah.
Can this board resolve that Nikolai Margulis is simply superior to Alexander Margulis? I
He's been after this for
No.
don't know.
We can't have favorites.
No.
Do you do that to your mother? Are you like, who's your favorite?
No, it's
No,
implicit.
It's
It's
okay.
a given.
But
All right.
wait. Not yet. No. Oh my goodness. Just everyone. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get to you in a minute, but we're so grateful for your service and just everything that you brought to us from the student body and everything you've done. So we wish you all the best. But we'll see you at graduation. So
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have recognition. Like we said, this is a bittersweet meeting, and our dear friend Matt is moving on. We're very sad about that.
Thank you.
We cried, we kicked, we screamed. He still left. He's still leaving. So now Susan's going to start.
Matt, I know you don't like us celebrating your accomplishments, but we're going to do it anyway. But I will say, Brian, Beth, and Mara could not be here today, so that cuts at least a half hour. So you should be.
Definitely Brian.
Yeah. So at least you have that. We as a district and we as a board have so much to thank you for. I will list just a few accomplishments for the record. Improving our financial picture and systems while always knowing a BA's job is to support our students. Your financial leadership has allowed us to achieve a AAA rating, providing taxpayers with their best interest rates. We put together 4 referendums, and then you have ensured that they're completed with fidelity. You've ensured that our building maintenance, security, and sustainability initiatives have moved forward each year. You've supported the district during the unprecedented pandemic, ensuring that both students and staff were as safe as possible. And finally, embracing transparency in our operations and always being willing to answer questions from not only the board, but from the public. I will personally miss Matt, Daphne and I, especially as a fellow Met fan. His professionalism, his dedication, and his organizational skills have led him to do his job in the best way possible. As we wish him only the best in his future district, we cannot thank him enough for his dedication he has showed to the Princeton Public Schools. Thank you.
Thank you.
I also have something to say. I just wanted to say, well, I was going to do a top 10 list of things
Yeah?
that I would miss about Matt. But I only
But
could,
you only came up with 2?
well, the witty, yes. But the only thing that came into my mind was board meetings are not a spectator sport. I don't think anyone is ever going to, I know it was, but I don't think anyone's ever going to say that again. And I'll miss that because that sums you up in a nutshell. And that's an inside baseball joke. Sorry, everyone. All right. I just want to say, Matt, your quick wit and steady hand have guided us through from everything from budget sessions to cafeteria food debates. And we're sure going to miss you. We're grateful for your leadership, your humor, and I wrote endless patience, but
It depends on the day, right?
yeah, and the person. Best of luck. Best of luck in your next chapter, Matt. May the coffee be plentiful, the paperwork minimal, and your new colleagues and board members appreciate your jokes as much as we did. We'll miss you.
Thank you very much.
Matt, thank you so much. I enjoyed operations for all those years. And
5 years?
yes, no, it's always been a joy to work with you and to explain things and go over things. And I do love your little banter here. Keeps the meetings going. But thank you for everything.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Now we are going to recognize Kathy Foster. And so we're going to start with aforementioned student board rep Nikolai, who
Not fair. Am I getting serendipity? Go ahead. No.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Okay, an hour. Sorry, I had not thought. So we're under.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, Nikolai is an award-winning banjoist, and he is going to grace us tonight with some songs in honor of Kathy and Matt. Thank you, Nikolai. Wow. All right. So I wrote a poem. And everyone should cringe because I'm not a poet.
I was hoping for the interpretive dance, but okay.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, Kathy, dear Kathy, your journey in Princeton is finally complete, we think. 2+ years you've led in roles that evolved, each challenge you met, each problem you solved. So I told you it was not very good. From assistant superintendent to the principal's post, then leading us all at the top post. You managed the chaos with style and with grace, while never once shouting, at least not to our face. Though we're pretty sure there were moments of stress, you conquered it all with a box breath or less. Budgets and buses, the emails, the plights, drama by day and board meetings by night. You juggled it all with a laugh and a plan, and still had the energy to say, breathe when you can. Through challenges daily, both large and small, you never lost sight of the heart of it all. Our students, our staff, the mission we share, to serve with intention, to lead and to care. And who could forget your most daring feat? A referendum passed with votes to beat. Through spreadsheets and slogans and countless forums, you rallied the people and walked every hallway. You taught us that leadership comes from the heart, that calm is a strength and kindness is smart, that breathing in boxes and listening well could carry a school through report cards as well. Thank you for everything, truly no jest. Your legacy's lasting, your exit well earned. Princeton will always be grateful, it's true, for the vision, the patience, the heart you brought through. Your legacy's lasting, your leadership rare. You left us far better just by being here. Thanks for the guidance, the calm, and the cheer. You've made your mark in almost 3 very long years. We send you off smiling with love and respect and a ceremonial breath. In, hold, out, reflect. And for those who don't know, Kathy starts every contentious meeting with, she makes everyone do box breath. Mindful breath. And that's also part of your legacy, right? Just everyone take a deep breath. I don't know if anyone else.
Just a little something.
Either in a poem?
No. Next time. Thank you for steadying our ship so we can sail smoothly over the next few years. But thank you. It's been wonderful getting to know you and you getting to, take care of us. So thank you.
I just wanted to thank Kathy. We always say board work it leads our kids to how we should be. And I think Kathy has represented being both kind, steady, keeping us grounded and keeping us moving forward. And so she's really given us something to strive for. And I think been a great example to our students and our families in our district. So we just want to thank you.
All right, I think that's it for now. I did get a tear. Yes, we did. It took me 3 weeks. Anyway. I told you it was not together. And so now moving on, the floor is yours.
So first, I really do want to recognize Nikolai and Maya. You have been amazing as you served on the board as our student reps. And I just want to talk about you just for a quick second. First, you're both thoughtful, insightful, and very action-oriented, which we appreciated. You brought issues to the table and challenged us, but you also brought solutions as well. So I think that's a really important piece of being a rep is coming up with solutions as well. And you were truly part of this whole team as you contributed to the discussions that we had around the table. Nikolai, a Renaissance spirit, yes, repairs watches, and the banjo playing was just stunning, and it was just such a beautiful journey. So thank you for that. And we also know that you also do some impromptu jazz sessions in Naples, Italy, with local musicians. And I'm sorry we missed that. And when I asked Miss Bird, she said when Miss Bird and Miss Friedman met with Nikolai and the student council to share an update around the bell schedule for next year, he remarked, "Oh, I love this version so much. It is almost enticing me to stay an extra year in PHS." But I don't think you're staying. I think you're moving on, and I think you're attending Harvard and Berklee School of Music at the same time. So that's really quite amazing, and we wish you all the best. And then Maya. Maya, did you know that you are a Hindu goddess of wealth, love, beauty, and joy? That is your namesake, and you definitely embody that growth, creativity, and nurturing nature. We've witnessed this in Maya in her action as student council rep, and also with her leadership with her peers. We know you're active on the cheerleading team and captain of the ice hockey team as well. And we greatly appreciate the way you keep Nikolai in line. You have this little side smile that says, okay, enough. So we appreciate that as well. You accepted and attended University of Michigan and are enrolling in the LSA, the Literature, Science, and Arts program there. So we wish you all the best. We greatly appreciate both of your service and look forward to the way you make a positive difference in the world. So thank you. And I just want to say real quickly, and I promise I won't take too long. Sorry, my nose, I'm runny, among other things. So Coretta Scott King remarked that the greatest of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members, a heart of grace and a soul generated by love. And I think this captures the spirit of Princeton perfectly. As I anticipate my upcoming retirement, it's important for me to share my immense gratitude for the compassionate and dedicated members of this wonderful community. It's been a privilege and joy to serve alongside you as we carry on the work where the students of Princeton are able to reach their highest potential and find joy and purpose in learning. Real quickly to our incredible and hardworking staff, please accept my deep gratitude for your strength, love, and support. You are an inspiration, and each of you has made a steadfast commitment to providing the best for our students in and out of the classroom. No matter what role or department, each member of our community understands that love becomes visible through our sacred work. Thank you to each member of the administrative team. I can absolutely attest to the benefits of surrounding yourself with people who are smarter than you. The cabinet team leads with their whole hearts and souls and possess a work ethic that is second to none. But it's your perspective, humor, grace, and heart that makes the district a better place. And my deep appreciation to the full admin team who never gives up on their students as they work to create a community of care and belonging for each student they serve. Thank you all to board members, past and present. Based on my experience, I can tell you that each of our board members devotes countless hours of volunteer service. Thank you for your passion, intellect, insight, and resources that you bring to the table. Daphna, Susan, Debbie, Beth, Mara, Eleanor, Ari, Adam, Chris, and of course, Betsy and Brian. Thank you for all of you putting kids first. I'm grateful also to the community, PTOC, and the community partners. They respond with hearts of grace and actively provide resources. As I reflect upon my time here, I return time and again to the notion that everything we do in education begins as an act of love. This has been a joyful and profound journey. And as the journey closes and I begin to relax into the unknown, playing with my grandchildren, reconnecting with nature, and leisurely reading, I will be cheering for all of you as you continue to ensure that our students are thriving and flourishing under the passionate and visionary leadership of incoming Superintendent Mike LaSouza. And I will be able to take my naps knowing that you are in good hands. With love and gratitude. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kathy. Moving on now. This is the last meeting, so your student board member report, I hear it's going to be a doozy. All right.
You want to go first or you want to
You go ahead.
All right. Well, that'll be pretty tough to follow up. Banjo playing on the speeches. But I just have one thing to say about our time as student liaisons. So I didn't realize this before I was elected, but I think there's kind of an unspoken rule that most of the liaisons either do debate or public speaking or mock trial or ethics bowl. I didn't do any of that. I was just a community member who wanted to be more engaged and more active. And as someone who does do a lot of like managerial roles and leadership, I think I've really learned to understand and appreciate all of the work that goes on behind the scenes. I think we see like the final product here, but I know like so many hours goes into everything, the referendum, and I just appreciate it so much. And I think, especially for all the meetings we're there for, I think there were 2 we missed. I am sad that our time is coming to a close, but I think I've learned a lot. I hope we've contributed to discussions, and I hope we were a good representation of PHS and all of our wonderful peers. I think senior year had a lot of laughs. Today especially. Today's our last block day. Last day with my computer, unfortunately. Today is my last day of community service, so I got to see the kiddos right before I got here. But I think the last I will miss the most is being student liaison and being here with everyone here. I've enjoyed every minute of it, and yeah, but hopefully this is not the last time that we'll see all of you.
No, one Tuesday night a month. Here, 7:30.
We'll be
Tuesday,
sitting in those chairs.
Sorry, Mike, once a month. And Andrew, only once a month, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, if the block schedule for next year isn't enough to keep me held back, maybe this is. I won't turn in my computer, pay my outstanding fines or anything, and then I get to stay here for another year. No, but we had to write an essay in English last week that was kind of reflecting on graduation and how the school has changed us. And I was thinking that it's such a hard question to answer because, of course, like we would both be dramatically different if it weren't for this school. But it's how different we would be that makes it so impossible. Because when you grow up in an environment like this, it's really easy to take it for granted because it's this background where you have teachers who care about you and you have peers who care to learn. And you're generally in an environment that values education and values a lot of good things. And I think that it can fall into the background in a way that you don't see the way it affects you every day. But I know like all the people here in the classes and the opportunities we had have definitely shaped who I am. So I'm very thankful for all that. And especially getting to be here on the board and seeing just like a glimpse of all the work y'all are doing really helped me not take it for granted and try and get other kids to understand. I was like, no, they spent hours on it's crazy. But this has been such a treat. I was thinking back on what we have accomplished this year. We put on PHS Got Talent, which has since widely been recognized as the greatest night in human history. Wonderful, what peak entertainment. As liaisons, we're supposed to bring on the voice of other people. So we passed on the calls for fixing the AC. And now thank you, Dr. Foster. We got that going. We're still working on my little brother's request to have less vegetables in the cafeteria. So y'all got to get on that. And I think that the best thing that we did as liaisons this year, not the best, but we missed 2 meetings. It could have been 3. So
It was almost 3.
It was almost 3. But truly, this has been such a joy. I've really enjoyed it. And I will be watching these live streams next year. You said it wasn't a spectator sport. Seems like it is. I've enjoyed it. It's a good time. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Truly, the pleasure was ours. All right, moving on now, public comment. If there's anyone who would like to speak, please come on up, say your name, the street you live on, and if it's the last meeting.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Christine Symington. I'm the Executive Director at Sustainable Princeton. I do live in town. I live on Nassau Street. And I have 3 things that I'm here to speak about, and I'll be very brief. The first thing is that I want to thank the board, the staff, the teachers, parents, and students for their continued partnership in helping the district shape and achieve its sustainability goals. This partnership includes initiatives like the Power Down for Pizza campaign to encourage friendly competition to reduce energy usage. It includes helping the district to apply for and receive funding for 2 electric school buses and the charging equipment that goes along with it, hopefully coming soon. And more recently, supporting the Walk Wheel Wednesdays effort to encourage biking and walking to and from school. We really appreciate the partnership. It means a lot to our staff and me personally to be able to work with such a great organization to achieve our mutual goals. And that leads me to the second thing that I'm here to talk about, and that is to cordially invite you all to Ciclovia Princeton, which is happening on Sunday, June 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It'll be on Walnut Lane between the middle school and the high school. And for those of you who don't know, Ciclovia or Ciclovia is a Spanish term that means cycleway or a temporary closing of streets to automobiles for cyclists and pedestrians. There will be games, dancing, yoga, and more. And the event is being organized by Sustainable Princeton and the Arts Council of Princeton and the municipality's Pedestrian Bicycle Advisory Committee. I hope to see you all there. And the third and final item is to wish Matt the best in your future endeavors. I know that my colleague Jenny Ludmer will miss you a great deal. It's been a pleasure to get to know you, and thank you all, and I hope to see you at Ciclovia.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone else for public comment? Oh, come on up.
I'm not going to read my statement that I have, but my name is Thomas Perk, and I live on Chestnut Street. I'd just like to take this opportunity to say farewell. My family and I, my husband and I, have decided to leave the United States and leave the school district and return to my husband's city of birth into the UK. I know your efforts have been very strong and very well received here. We just don't feel that our children can, we can't, no matter, despite your efforts, our children just cannot realize the American dream and their full potential under this environment. We enjoyed our time here, and but it's a very awkward age for our children to leave. But we think it's best for the future. Were I to stay in Princeton, I would have to recommend to the parents of Princeton, not so much to this board, but to the parents of Princeton, that if the government is not to be trusted, and if the Board of Education is being dissolved, and there are bad actors who are trying to impose their political agenda onto our children, onto this. Also, bad actors who are currently on the board, and the kind of paltry opposition. I think that the parents have this kind of impotent opposition to these actors and to the election. I think I would recommend that the parents in the school district to start an endowment similar to what the university has to protect our tax dollars, to protect our money from these bad actors in government, from all the way up, and to ensure that the continuity of services that you so work for and the school provides. If Linda McMahon wants to cut speech therapy, this endowment would be able to fund that and maintain a continuity of care. Also, this endowment, I think, would be ready to fund anything that universal daycare or universal pre-K, 3K, universal lunch, things that those elements that we are lacking. It's not a question of money. This town is wealthy enough. It's a lack of will. And I see that lack of will among parents in this town, and I find it troubling. And I just wish you on the board good luck working in this very hostile environment, and with apathy among parents, not unwilling to struggle and to stand up for our rights and for our public schools. And I just want to thank you for your support you've given me so far. Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else for public comment? Okay, moving on now.
We had one we're supposed to.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
We can
You
do it
want me to
now.
read it
Yes,
into
please
the
read.
record?
Yep.
All right. I'm not sure if this is 3 minutes. Dear Princeton Public School board members and Dr. Foster, my name is Ann Decter, and I'm a mother of 2 PPS students. Our son is finishing 5th grade, and our daughter's finishing 3rd. I want to start by thanking you for your dedication and service to public education in Princeton and everything you do to make our schools the pride of our community. I can think of no public institution more important in our lives than our schools. Your leadership on their behalf is crucial and so appreciated. Thank you. The reason for this letter is to share with you a sense of the high level of concern that many Princeton parents are feeling about smartphones and social media today, as I'm sure you know. I hope the board will seriously consider steps to mitigate the negative effects of internet-connected smartphones both in and out of school. As our son approached middle school, my husband and I found ourselves talking with dozens of friends and acquaintances who all expressed the same anxiety. They were stressed at the prospect of giving their child a smartphone. Given the well-documented links of social media and smartphones to anxiety, depression, self-harm, declines in reading, lack of socializing, isolation, etc. We also spoke to friends who had already given their children smartphones who reported their serious regrets. They and their kids now face more arguments about phone use, constant negotiations about screen time, and a shocking decline in reading and concentration. We heard their own stories of other well-documented concerns, including sexting among young middle schoolers, racialized bullying and mental illness, crises, and self-harm. Less than a year ago, several of us at Riverside developed and signed a pledge to delay giving smartphones to their children until they are 16. In the months since, simply through word of mouth, the number of signatories to this pledge stands at 67 parents, signing for 68 kids. Nearly every school in the district was represented, including kids already at PMS and PHS. Many more parents have signed the nationwide Wait Until 8th pledge. Our sense from dozens of conversations is that Princeton parents are alarmed by the increasingly obvious rise in the negative effects of smartphones on our kids and are very much interested in any help they can get to avoid these, while also embracing the connection, independence, and safety that phones can provide. I implore you to consider what the board can do to help families, as parents cannot alone solve a collection action problem that requires the school's participation. It is now clear that these devices are inherently dangerous for children. Emphasized. I worry that a posture of institutional neutrality on the issue will, in fact, harm the kids' health and well-being. I encourage the board to take the final step of formally studying the topic of kids and smartphones with a goal of understanding what interventions might be most effective. Thank you again for everything you do to help our kids learn and thrive, and for your consideration of this topic.
Thank you, Mr. Bolden. Okay, moving on now to the agenda. I1, harassment, intimidation, bullying, board business, 2526, J1, professional services, and EUS insurance brokers. Can I get a motion, please? Debbie, second. Chris?
Daphne Kendall,
Abstain?
just to the
Just,
property and casualty insurance broker.
yep.
I just wanted that read, just so we note it properly.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Yep.
Adam Bierman,
Yes.
Debbie Ronfeld,
Yes.
Eleanor Hubbard,
Yes.
Susan Cantor,
Yes.
Chris Santarpia.
Yes.
Motion passes.
So I would like to abstain for both of them, both insurance people.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, moving on now. J2, Sustainable Princeton contract. J3, bid and quote threshold authorization. J4, authorization to pay bills. J5, hiring in between board meetings. J6, transfer of current year 24-25 surplus to reserve. J7, annual statement of assurance, completion of school security drills. J8, annual Chapter 47 resolution. J9, annual youth advisory committee report to the board. J10, Omni Group third-party administrator plan, retirement plan. J11, send receive annual tuition agreement, Princeton Cranberry. J12, ESC of New Jersey Master Special Education tuition agreement, 2025 to 2030. J13, formal bids, contract renewals, 25-26. J14, annual integrated pest management. J15, authorization to make transfers. J16, statement of assurance, lead testing program. J17, appointment of other district officials. J18, appointment of treasurer of school monies. J19, petty cash. J20, authorization to procure goods and services through state contracts and consortiums. J21, solicitation of bids. J22, NJSIAA membership 2526. J23, designation of depositories. J24, designation of depository student activity fund. J25, superintendent annual performance report. That's 24-25, but yes. And J26, regional cooperative purchasing memberships. Moving on now, K1 board committee highlights, and we're going to start, I'm guessing, with Susan Canner.
Oh, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Before,
Yeah.
Just about Cranberry. This year it's for 4.9 million, Matt, they're supposed to give us.
Yes.
Do we get any net revenue? Or maybe that's rhetorical. Excuse my ignorance. Do we get any revenue? Do we make not a profit off that?
Well, I'll just real briefly and succinctly go over the send receive is Cranberry sends on a per student tuition basis to us.
That is set by the state.
Yeah, 17,000.
It's based on a 10-year contract, and they send the actual per person cost, which, so one of the things that gets misunderstood about a contract like that is that the marginal cost of, let's say about 230, the number of students that have gone on, and it's split amongst 13, I'm sorry, it's only 4 grades, right? But it's still the marginal cost. It's much higher, the actual tuition than the marginal cost of those students. So when you say it's all revenue to the district coming in. They pay per pupil cost of almost $20,000.
Plus the special education costs.
Plus resource costs, which get reconciled. And it's all reconciled on a 2-year look back. So the 26th budget amount is reconciled based on 2 years ago actual, because our actual tuition rates get audited, looking back based on our audits. So it all gets reconciled on a 2-year look back.
Well, I'll try to figure all that out. I kind of got it, but
And also they pay their transportation costs. As
Yeah,
well.
they bus their
Yes.
kids here.
thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
So board committee highlights, and we're going to start with Susan Canner for long-term planning.
Thank you. Today, actually, we had a tour open to all of our board members from our architects and project managers to look at our potential 2025 referendums at CP, PMS, and Littlebrook. Thanks to Matt and Kim for joining us. The architects continue to prepare documents for regulatory submissions, meet with town officials, and most importantly, they continue to coordinate with admin and building teams to refine the plans. Our next meeting is scheduled for July 10th at 2 p.m.
Okay, hold on. Board committee highlights. Oh, we're doing operations too? Okay.
Hi, I'm back. This is for operations. We met on May 28th at 8 a.m. We began the meeting with a short discussion of this summer's construction projects. Today, though, the board was informed that the RFP for this summer's work on drainage and playground improvements was not bid on by any of the 15 contractors that it was circulated to. The team will have to regroup as we decide how to move forward on these projects. At our meeting, we then had a discussion on possible supports that could be used for our transportation department as they plan for fall routes. And in the sustainable portion of our meeting, Jenny Ludmer of Sustainable Princeton presented a plan for the district to participate in Sustainable Jersey's pilot program to develop a district energy plan. We had then adjourned into closed session and spent many minutes praising Matt for his great work on our committee.
Should we go over it again? No, it's enough.
He loved it. He loved every minute. And our next meeting will be on July 2nd at 8 a.m., open to the public.
All right, next up, thank you, Susan, is personnel. Debbie?
Yes. The Personnel Committee met on Thursday, June 5th. We discussed the hiring of Dr. Mary Emily Steinacker as the interim special education supervisor for the middle school, and she is on the agenda for approval tonight. Human Resources, has been very busy attending job fairs and have hired several staff members for the 25-26 school year that we will also be approving tonight. And we also discussed other personnel issues.
Thanks, Debbie. Next up is no, policy did not meet this month. The next meeting is July 2nd. Information's on the website. Next up is student achievement with Eleanor Hubbard. Thank you.
Yep. The Student Achievement Committee met on June 6th at 10:30. We first heard a very informative presentation on disproportionality in special education by Lauren Samara and Allison Pankowski. They explained that our district is disproportionate in classifying Hispanic students as having learning disorders, and that many of the students so classified are low income but not officially English language learners. It's important for our district to distinguish between learning disabilities and language issues that should be addressed in other ways so that we can most effectively meet all our students' needs. After that, we heard a presentation by the AI Committee at Riverside School. The AI Committee exists to evaluate tools and practices that might be used by teachers and by students so that the use of AI is appropriately monitored and planned. Riverside has been a leader in setting up a committee, and other schools may follow, and our discussion centered on issues of student safety, screen time, and critical thinking. We also reviewed the list of sites approved for field trips, which is on the board agenda for approval tonight. After that, we went into closed session. Our next meeting will be on July 11th at 10:30 on Zoom, and members of the public are welcome to attend.
Thank you, Eleanor. Next up is equity with Debbie.
Yep. The Equity Committee met on Monday, June 9th. Kim presented funds, FUNDZ, a subgroup that the PTOC, which is our PTO community, they all are together, has been discussing that they would like to create to support students who need financial assistance for extracurricular activities and other things. It was a good discussion with admin, the board, and community members. Our next meeting will be in September.
Thank you, Debbie. All right, moving on now to the rest of the agenda. We have L personnel. L1 is central administrator contracts, L2 resignation, L3 retirement, L4 appointments, L5 reappointments, revisions, L6 termination, L7 personnel item, L8 leave of absence, L9 substitute student placements, L10 is curriculum and instruction, L11 student services, L12 abolishment of job descriptions, L13
Can I say something
Yeah.
on L13?
on L13 athletic appointments.
Yes, I'm totally approving it. And I know we need to do it now because, fall sports start kind of in August and everybody's got to get their ducks in line. I just want to make sure we're going through it with a fine tooth comb. And I know we have a lot of sports, a lot of people, and that we're, not just copying over from year to year. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. L14, appointment of other district officials. L15, comprehensive equity plan. L16, New Jersey Stride membership 25-26. Moving on now to curriculum and instruction. M1, NJ DOE grant approval. M2, preschool private provider contract. M3, annual field trip approval that Eleanor mentioned.
Yes, can I say something on that too?
Please.
Again, I will be approving tonight because we have a lot of summer trips that happen for our students. But again, I really want us to go through, not us. I would love the administration to go through it and work more with the principals on what trips are really happening, just so it's a tighter list. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. M4, PHS research project. M5, educational consultant service, Princeton Family Institute. Then we have student services, and 1 professional consulting services, and 2 frontline technologies. And 3 is our Wilson Reading and Language Services, and 4 Invo Healthcare Associates, physical therapy and occupational therapy. And 5 is professional services, school physicians, and 6 is Wilson Reading and Language Services revised. Moving on to more business. 1 financial reports. 02 fire evacuation drills. 03 renewal transportation contract. And 04 is registration travel agenda. Moving on now to our second public comment time. Does anyone have any public comment? No. Moving on now to the consent vote. Can I get a motion, please? Chris, second. Debbie?
Daphne Kendall,
Yes.
Adam Bierman,
Yes.
Debbie Bronfeld,
Yes.
Eleanor Hubbard,
Yes.
Susan Cantor,
Yes.
Chris Santarpia.
Yes.
Consent agenda passes.
All right. So this is our last meeting of the school year, but we will continue to meet. Our next meeting is on July 15th. Hopefully we can move the time a little earlier than 7:30, but that will be updated on the website after our new superintendent joins us. Kathy, Matt, it's been truly a pleasure to serve at the head of these meetings with you both. Consummate professionals. Always had me prepared except that one time when you didn't have the preamble, but that's okay.
She's
right.
forgotten it already.
I forgot it. I'm sure that's not going to happen with your new board.
No, I'm sure there will be some, but it's been a great opportunity, and I really have enjoyed this community tremendously. And thank you. And working with great administrative team, fantastic. And you guys are going to be left in super great hands. Very active people coming in, and everything's looking great for the future. So thank you.
We're going to have to break them in, so it's not going to be the same, right? We're
Well,
going to have to worry
nothing
about.
ever stays the same.
No, but I'm going to have to worry about people not getting my jokes and, Are they? Okay.
I like.
Oh, okay. I mean well, but sometimes it doesn't come out well. And Kathy, just thank you. I think I speak for every parent in our district that we're extremely grateful for your service. And with that, can I get a motion to adjourn? Chris, second. Oh, all of us. Ready? All in favor? And it's before 9:00. Oh, and we have cannoli outside to celebrate Matt. That's what he requested. So please join us. Thank you. Good night.